We are live. I'm going to give everyone a couple of minutes to get in. We have a lot to talk about today. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm sitting on this couch in my office versus the chair. I've been sitting in the chair all day at work, so I needed something new. But I'm going to give, again, just waiting on the regulars to come in. Hi, Monye. Welcome back. I'm glad that you were here. Yes, girl, we have a lot to talk about. So glad that you were here. I'm going to give everybody else a couple of minutes to get here. Oh, man, yeah, you already in the flow. Yes, this is what we do. As soon as we get in here, we come up to the live.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. I'm sitting out in the plaza. I got off work and I work from home, so I didn't feel like being in the house.
I do too. I work from home too. So as soon as I close my work computer, I come and open up TikTok with y'all. So
Yeah, I came and got me a firehouse sub. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna sit out here in the plaza and chill.
oh, that sounds good.
I've never had them before. My friend girl, I was telling her today. I said I want a sandwich for some reason, but I don't want Subway, and I didn't want another place. And she was like, "Try Firehouse Subs." I said, "As much as I eat out, I've never been there."
You haven't? I've had it one time. That's not somewhere I just go, but they're not bad.
Yeah, I've never been here, so excuse me.
Yeah, oh no, you are fine. We are very chill over here. Shout out to Allie and Sage for joining. Marvelous 57. Thank you guys for coming. I'm waiting on everybody else to come in, but I know you've probably been keeping up with everything that's happening with Nolan. Oh, it's a lot.
Happening with who?
With Nolan Wells. Yes, it's definitely a lot. So I'm gonna.
His parents are on someone's live right now with their attorney.
Oh, they did a press conference this morning. Maybe let me see on TikTok Live.
Because I just scrolled past it.
Okay, because I know some people they'll do it live and like have the playback. Okay. Yes, but it's really really sad. Was
Yeah.
okay. I'm back. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. But shout out to Marvelous 57 Trucker Cheadle. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Casablanca. Hey, Miss Pretty. Welcome. We have so much to talk about with Nolan. I'm probably gonna start in a minute, just waiting on the normal people to get here.
Okay. I'm gonna circle back. I just wanted to
Okay,
say hello.
okay, that's fine. Hello, and you can come here anytime.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay. Hi, Shantae. Hi, Elevator Bree. I just saw you come up. Miss Pretty, I'm bringing you up now.
Hey,
Hey,
how are
um,
you?
what is it? What happened?
Girl, no, I just got a hangover.
I,
Oh,
I thought you were sick. You had me worried.
girl,
Maya,
no.
I see that you're requesting up. Is that by accident? Because I know you just said you were circling back, or was she just waiting on Miss? Let me see. Hey, Shayla, welcome back. I'm waiting on the Black Sleuth. He's usually here like right at 4:30. I'll give him a couple more minutes. Let me see. Yes, Shayla. You jumped right back in because that's what we do. We come in and get right into it. Hey, Flowers, welcome.
Hey everyone, I have been waiting for this.
I have to all day. Like the day couldn't get here fast enough. So we'll just go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna give a synopsis and you guys know you guys can jump in. So the main topic, of course, is going to be Nolan Wells. I did want to say watching the press conference and just seeing his mother just emotional like that, which she should be. I want us right now to stop blaming the parents because at the end of the day, we need to blame the people responsible. So I don't think it's right for us right now. We can have the discussion of what should have been done later. This isn't the time. Also, I just wanted to say too, so the dad did confirm that he did teach Nolan to stay with the group. So all of the people who were saying, well, he didn't do it, that's not true. Also, the Coast Guard, they did get a call at 11 p.m. In search of a missing person. And then Nolan's mom, she tracked the phone via Life 360. And I cannot understand my writing. I can't understand what I said right there. Something about a phone, so I'm gonna skip that.
She tracked the phone through Life 360, but the phone, like when you looked at Snapchat, the location of the phone was different.
Yes. Oh, I can read myself now. I said the mom's friend went to go get the phone. So the kids, they didn't even have enough decency to call the mom about the phone. The next thing, and this is like the most important thing that got to me, is that both of his Snapchats were empty. And his mom said that that was not his personality, which was a lot to me. And that immediately points to corruption. I have to say allegedly, but that's what I get from it. Colin Kaepernick, he did pay for the independent autopsy and for him to get to DC. Tyler Perry is paying for the funeral. And then also I was on another YT live with the Pascal show, and he actually showed the video again and all the audio was taken out. And you can clearly hear, and I'm going to assume that this is Nolan, say, "Give me my fucking phone. What the fuck you doing?" Like you can hear it clearly. And then also they had his phones and his keys. So I just wanted to give a rundown. I know we are going to get into all the nuts and bolts. Shayla, I can feel it. I can feel it steaming from you as well as Miss Pretty. What do y'all want to add to it?
Hey, Miss Pretty.
You can go. You can go. You can go.
Okay, so it was so much. The friend, the young lady that y'all had in the live the other day, pretty much told us everything.
Hold on, Shayla. I want to say that too. If you were here, please don't say her name. I'm just trying to keep everything. I know her name is out, but I don't want to continue to say it. But I'm sorry, Shayla. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's not say her name, but also let's give credit to this space for hosting her, because I have seen a lot of people use that clip, and no one is giving credit to how she came into this space and was on this platform and shared that information.
Yes.
So a lot of things were said. And, I asked the question earlier this morning in the group chat. Do you think Warren did this, or is he just the cleanup man because his mom is the judge, or both? And I'm leaning towards both. I think when you get to the fact that they took the boat, it's Wyatt's boat, it's Wyatt's father's boat or whoever's boat, Wyatt's family's boat. They took the boat not back to Wyatt's house, but to Warren's house. That was kind of a red flag.
Yeah.
And everything I'm saying here is allegedly, just to be on the safe side. But when you get back to, they took the boat to Warren's house. I'm from what I gather, I know that Warren called the Coast Guard at 11 p.m. and his mom called the sheriff around midnight. From what I gathered from the Coast Guard is she was actually trying to report something earlier, but she was getting the runaround. She was trying to report it to the sheriff, and they were like, no, you need to go and report it to, and I had to look it up, the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. They were like, we can't take your information. So then she goes to the actual police department, the Ocean Springs Police Department. They're like, we can't take your, because it's jurisdiction. The sheriff's department calls her back and was like, hey, have you been able to file your report? And she was like, no. And in fact, puts the sheriff department on the phone with the police department to discuss why she can't give her report to the police department. So then the sheriff dispatcher is like, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and take your report. That's fishy to me. That reads to me that maybe someone in dispatch was alerted to the fact that there might be a missing persons call, and that and that's why, or maybe someone in dispatch alerted allegedly Warren's family, and I'm saying Warren's family because his stepmother is a judge. She is a county judge. Alerted them that there was this attempt at missing persons, and then maybe they thought they would try to beat it to the punch by calling the Coast Guard, and then the Coast Guard couldn't substantiate the missing person because there wasn't a report in with the sheriffs. Like, they were giving these people the runaround right from the very beginning.
Yes.
And that's like, that bothered me. The fact that they had his phone and they were kind of hesitant, and the phone was at Warren's house.
Yes.
The phone was at Warren's house. Mind you, Warren's mama and daddy ain't ever come to the door. You have this woman's friend, her close friend, she calls her sister, go to the door, and she is dealing with this child, and that child's parents never come to the door. Like, I like to talk adult to adult.
Yes. I was about to say, and even as a parent, the first thing I'm going to ask is, your mom and dad home? Like, I'm not talking to no kid.
Yeah, like, why, yeah, we're not talking, we're not peers. I want to talk to your parents. I want to talk to the adult in the house. So they finally give her the phone after giving her the runaround. But what shocked me was that not Warren, but a different friend had Nolan's keys, because Nolan's car was parked in front of his house, and they were giving Nolan's dad the runaround about them damn keys. And it took a friend who was, and I'm assuming from the young lady who was in the live the other night, from what she said there was a girl in a part of the group that wasn't pictured in any of the pictures, but somehow, like, her and her friend got back, and her Snapchat was turned off, but the friends was turned on, so they all knew that they were at this house together. It took one of those girls to call the other boy and be like, his keys are on top of your Xbox. Give him, and so he comes back out and gives him his keys. Mind you, again, a parent did not come to the door.
Yes.
Y'all never once have gotten your parents involved. Even if they didn't ask to speak to my parents would have been who is this at my door at this time of the day? What are you asking for? What is going on?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like that's just how it would have been. So they finally give the father the keys. He's feeling some kind of way. You know, Nolan's coach hears about it through social media. And he's like, I have a boat. Let's go out looking for him. And then they discovered that there is someone who has camped out on the island overnight. And the island, because I had to look it up, it is about 1.5 to 2 miles wide and 10 to 12 miles long. So if Nolan was left on the island overnight, he more than likely would have seen these people and they would have seen him. He would have seen them probably because they had started a fire, you know, all the camping stuff you do. Like, so y'all, this is, if you go and go to Google and Google Horn Island, it is really a sandbar. It is not a wooded area. It's just a long sandbar. It's flat. So it's not like he was lost in the woods and yada, yada, yada. So they were like, no, we ain't seen him. He would have known.
I want to jump in and add this too, because at Good Morning America, the mother said they went here, so he's been there before. It's like it's not somewhere he's never been, so he would know how to navigate.
Yeah, it seems like not an uncommon place that people go to, right?
Yeah.
It seems like the place that everybody knows the hangout spot is Horn Island on the 4th or Horn Island on Memorial Day, whatever. It's the hangout spot. Cool. Accept it. People camp there. So if he was there, if he were left, it was people still on the island that would have been able to have seen him. He would have been able to get help, shelter, or they would have been able to take him back to the inland. So you've got that. While everyone is searching on Sunday going into Monday, so Saturday's the 4th, Sunday everybody's out searching. These kids do something extremely typical that I feel like someone told them to do. Go out and be seen publicly. So they're out to eat, right?
Yes.
Everybody that, like, if I were gonna cover up some shit, I'd be like, oh, they need to see me out here publicly. So they were told to go out, be public, act normal, go out to eat. It just so happened people walked up to them and was like, hey, why aren't you out searching? They were like, well, you think we did it anyway. Did what?
Yes, when she said that, I was like, oh.
What did we think you did?
Yes.
We just thought you would be out searching. The story of the mom with the Warren's mom, Judge Ashley Cole, and her releasing the whole statement on social media. You said that the pump in that boat was broken, and that's why y'all were the kids were coming back. And I'm assuming you said that because it was allegedly seen that 4 people were cleaning that boat in front of your house. So I'm assuming you had to come up with a story as to why they were out there cleaning the boat that you don't own, mind you. Wyatt's family owns that boat.
Yes, why are you cleaning somebody else's boat? That don't even make sense.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you had to come up with a story for that. Just like you must have just opened your yearbook and realized that Christine Wells, Nolan's mother, and you were in the same graduating class, because y'all were not friends. Y'all were not friendly. Y'all were not cordial. That woman sent a friend of hers to your door to get her son's phone, and you never came to the door to talk to her. So I'm gonna need yeah, this one had me pissed off because I feel like they are definitely trying to cover it up. It is too
Please
much
don't. I'm
shit.
sorry. Please do not come in this room being disrespectful.
No, they can do it. They gonna get blocked. And all of y'all was on it because I was trying to block her too.
I was trying. I was trying to let her talk, but I wasn't trying to disrespect her. Please do
No.
not come in here being disrespectful.
Yeah. 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 I'm sorry, Shayla. You know we gotta jump in.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No, go ahead. I didn't even see what was going on. I'm visualizing the literal cover up that is happening
Yes.
in front of our very eyes.
And I want to say this too. I am so happy that the person who came up before the Good Morning America interview, because some of the stuff that was said, the mom confirmed the same stuff. So she was telling the truth. She's telling the truth. And I have to say allegedly for legally, but we know she was telling the truth.
Like, it was between Good Morning America and the press conference, it was like just the light bulbs were going off for me. And I was like, yeah. So my question that I asked us in the back channel this morning, like at 6 a.m. or whatever extremely early time, it was because it was bothering me. Why is Warren so involved? And why is his stepmother, who is this judge, so involved? Because they must have thought she was the legal mastermind that could help them allegedly help them cover this up. And she not that smart. Ashley's with 2 E's, Cole. You not that smart, baby.
Her best bet would have been to say nothing. Because at that point, it would have been speculation. You could speculate any day, but when you start talking, you mess up.
Like, absolutely nothing. Don't say nothing. You know, we deactivated our accounts. It was insensitive. We apologize. We don't know how to act in times like this. We are here and we want to be supportive. That's all you had to say. You done gave away so much stuff. Like, if charges were to come down, everybody catching charges, including you, dear heart. Allegedly, supposedly, maybe.
Yes, I mean, and if I'm being honest, the fact that she's a judge, again, all of this is alleged. How could she be so stupid? She's supposed to know the law.
I think when you take into account her background and what the young lady said about those other 2 cases, I feel like that county, Jackson County, has been doing some really messed up stuff and some cover up stuff for a long time. And I wouldn't be surprised if Judge Ashley Cole didn't have her hands into a lot of it. The fact that it was said that you tried to tell a woman that she could not share how her child died, there's no law in the world that says that I can't talk about how my child died. You cannot make that a court order.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Chris. She was waiting for so long. Chris, I'm sorry. If you want to come back, request a...
I'm sorry, I'll stop.
It's fine. It's fine. Chris, if you want to come back, just request. But I know Clarity is up here. I know she has a lot to say too. Clarity, can you talk or you can't talk right now? I'm gonna give her a second. Okay, I don't think she can talk now. It's fine. Oh yeah, she said I can't talk right now. Oh, Miss Pretty, do you want to add something?
You know, I just keep on saying it. It's like, if you don't have anything to hide, why are you covering up so much? And then why do you even have his phone? It's just so many questions. But they telling us, oh, how do y'all know that these boys did this to him? I mean, all the evidence is pointing that they did it, and if they didn't do it, it's speculations because all of it is so many questions. Cause it's like, why go through all these lengths if you're so innocent? Because I know if I'm innocent, I'm not gonna delete anything. I'm not. I don't have anything to hide. No, it just doesn't make sense.
Seemed like Nolan was a well-known Snapchatter. He had 2 accounts. Like, why are those deleted?
And both of them
Both
are empty. That makes 0 sense.
absolutely 0 cents. Now, if I were the Jackson County Sheriff, I would have been to gotten a subpoena for that boat. Wyatt's family's boat would have been an impound, and we would have been going through this with a fine-tooth comb a long time ago. I need to know if that water pump is really broken. I need to do a luminol spray to see if there's any if there's any blood on there.
Yes.
I know y'all think y'all clean, but let me see if I can come up with some DNA y'all mess.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, Jackson County? And if you are living in Mississippi and you in Jackson County specifically, please know that midterms are coming up in November, and it seems like y'all need to vote out a whole slew of people.
Yes. And I want to give Kimberly a chance to talk. She's new here. Hi, Kimberly.
Hey y'all. How y'all
Hey.
doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I was just fine typing in the comments so I saw your thing.
Oh. Yes,
But
what
no.
was you want to add?
I live in Mississippi. I do not live on the coast. I'm in central Mississippi, but I knew of Judge Cole from back with the Heather Wyatt situation. And it was allegedly when she got thrown off that case, it was because one of the girls who bullied Aubrey was Judge Cole's niece. That's why they removed her off the case and gave it to Judge Maples.
See? And
think about how quickly she got that stuff. Like, she sealed evidence. The mama can't speak about how her daughter was unalive. And then you had the other case with the mom that was all over Mississippi news. It was a mom had an ex. I don't know if they were married or it's just baby daddy, but she wanted to do the drop-off transfer at a police station. She said it was safer. Her ex was violent. Judge Cole said no. The day they had to do the custody drop-off exchange, the man killed her.
Words. I was going to say, watch your words. I felt
I'm sorry.
Coming. No, you're okay.
He unalived her, y'all.
Yes.
And drop-off custody transfers are not uncommon. So for her to just say no.
I mean, who says no at a police station?
Yes, that's supposed to be one of the safest places. So why would you say no?
She's shady. And if you paid attention to the press conference, when they were talking about his mom said she had to track the phone, it was at the house. If you paid attention to words, it was at Judge Cole's house.
Yeah.
His phone, his keys, his cars. And then if you pay attention, Judge Cole told us they were friends. She went to school with the mama. The mama stated they were not friends.
That's what Clarity told us. Yeah.
I've been arguing with the local racists because they went from creating fake narratives. Oh, his mom and dad said it's not about race. They didn't hire Ben Crump. Y'all lying. They want us to forget about it. They know he drowned. So now that this press conference came out, oh baby, these racists can come up with a whole new storyline.
Yes,
the mama lying. The mama lying. They know her. I was like, y'all need to give it up. This is like when Gabby went missing and that dude parents was lying for him.
Yeah. It's like as a BLK person, you can never do anything right. Go ahead, Ariel. Welcome.
Hi, babies. Hi, my beautiful sisters.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Y'all, I just had the roughest day. On top of all the stuff that's going on in the world. Why did my roommate pull a pum on me today?
Oh no! Did you report this?
I
You need to report.
Ariel, I want to make sure that we stay on the topic. We're not trying to switch the narrative. I don't want to be rude, but we want to make sure that we stay on the topic. I'm gonna unmute you because we have had several people try to hijack the live. Okay, I'm gonna unmute you. It says I gotta wait 52 seconds. Hi, Lance. Welcome. Go ahead, Ariel.
Why are you doing me like that, sis?
I'm sorry. I had to drop her. I can't take no chances.
I
Go ahead,
completely
Kimberly.
get it,
I'm
but
sorry.
Ariel, make sure you report that to the correct authorities.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about it. Report that to the correct authorities.
Yes. Go ahead, Kimberly. I'm sorry. I just had to make sure.
Oh, I'm done. I'm just,
Okay.
listening.
Okay. So Ariel, you are requested up. We definitely have empathy for it. We just want to make sure that we stay on topic because we want to make sure that we can get everything out about Nolan. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you up. Okay.
Okay, never mind. Let me just ignore that. Okay.
Yes, I
Good
just
God. Good God Almighty. Y'all are not playing about this stuff. Okay. I'm just gonna listen to you ladies for a minute.
okay. Okay. Go ahead, Shayla or Kimberly.
Um, I think I've said everything I can say. Like I really the only thing I felt like was missing from today is that we did not get the autopsy results from the independent autopsy because there was a flight delay in New York or wherever when they were trying to get Nolan's body to DC. I mean, that would have just been
Yes, I was waiting on that.
like there, what we are all looking for is, was there water in his lungs, yes or no?
Yes. Yes. Go ahead, Adam. Welcome to this panel.
Hello, how everyone is doing today?
Hi.
Hi. Um, it just breaks my heart as a mom. Every time when my son comes home and the car is parked, my heart is settled. And the fact that everyone gets to go to sleep and your son was just floating with no answers. And it just breaks my heart a lot. I cried today. These
Yeah.
boys have a lot to do with this boy's death. It wasn't an accident. All know it. Why, as a parent, I have to check my son's phone? Why the phone didn't come? Like, why you guys didn't give me his phone when he was missing, or someone called? They have a lot to do with it, a lot, and the truth is gonna come out. I see this happen all the time. I went to school upstate. I was the only black girl. I've been called a nigger, go back home, go back to the city.
We can't say
I
that.
know how it feels.
We can't say it with the hard ER.
Sorry, I apologize, but I know how it feels, and I'm not gonna victim blame, but sometimes when you feel uncomfortable, you grab that phone and you call a parent. And as a mother, I always have a code. Like, if my son doesn't feel comfortable, let me know. Like, Mom, did you cook that lasagna? And I automatically know, okay, where you at? I'm gonna pick you up. Have a code with your child. Even if they feel comfortable, like, yo, Mom, come pick me up. No, just say something, and you're gonna say, what lasagna? Oh, okay, just send me your location, son, and I'm right there. We need to start that with our children. Give them like codes. Like, if they don't feel comfortable and they don't want to feel embarrassed calling for you to pick them up, like, have code words. And this needs to stop. It needs to stop. We need to stop burying our young black boys.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. But as of late, it hasn't been all up to us. So I just wanted to say that we have to start moving differently. Yes. Well, thank you for that. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Um, let's talk to our kids. Talk to them. I know sometimes you have to let them know it's like it's not us trusting them, it's the world. The world is so cruel and cold, and we just need to like let them know whenever they just feel something is not right. Don't ever be afraid to like, you know what, I'm out, I'm leaving. And sometimes we have children that are very naive and they trust too much. They think everyone is their friends just because they smile in your face. Oh, you know, he's fine. Or, you know, he did this. No, we just need to talk to our children. It doesn't matter if they biracial, black, white. Let's just talk to our children. Let's talk to them.
Yeah.
That is all.
Yes, well, I'm glad that you said that. And thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you guys so much. I definitely appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you guys on the panel. Now, we do have Mr. Sam. Welcome back. Did you have anything to add?
Hey, people, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Just getting off work. I was coming to my truck and I logged on. I saw you guys were on. Just a lot of things going on today. Just waiting. I think the biggest thing of it is, other than conversation, now is just waiting on the results from the autopsy. Actually, autopsies. So I just kind of skeptical about why, if the second autopsy is underway, why haven't they released the results of the first one?
I have a theory of that. Maybe the autopsy doesn't say what they want it to say.
Exactly.
Allegedly.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that there's corruption in Jackson County, Mississippi, that's been going on for a while, and they thought they were going to be able to get away with this. And I'm not saying this has necessarily the same players, but I'm saying that maybe suspicious deaths have happened before in the county, and they have, pulled rank and maybe been able to hide those a little bit better, allegedly. So now that they see that everybody is watching, which, they were trying to quiet social media, and, I think they realized they couldn't quiet us down. And in fact, Ben Crump said, he found out about this case through social media, through all of the talk and everybody talking about it over the weekend. So I just think that shows the power of us being, a community, not only in person and in your, immediate area, but even on social media, because we are pushing our agenda, our needs as a Black community forward. And I just don't think that they were prepared for all of this attention and everybody saying, something's wrong here.
I think so too. Not only that, for our community, it's been hit after hit after hit, and then like enough is enough. We can't just let it slide anymore. It's enough.
I think they took us being silent after the election as we didn't care, we're not paying attention. And I think what they're learning is it means we're moving completely different. It doesn't mean that we're not going to continue to organize and to continue to get the help and the attention we need on causes that affect the Black community.
Yes, and I wanted to ask Sam too. I saw Jay in the chat. Did your wife ever say anything?
No, because a lot of it, they're still just. It's not a whole bunch of talk. Like I said, a lot of people just waiting. And in the office, you got to think about this. In the workplace, they're not doing a whole lot of talking. Just waiting till the autopsies, the results of the autopsies come out, and they're going to have two. I know they're having a march tomorrow where they're going to walk the Ocean Spring Bridge, and they're having. It's not a protest, but there's two different ones tomorrow. A lot of people are thinking that they want to go to the one that the school, like that's affiliated with the school and all that, versus the second one. And they're both around the same time tomorrow. So this is the one that the mom was saying, if you do, in the interview today, the conference, she's saying if you do go to do the protest, or if you guys are doing it, do it in the name of Nolan versus, with all the animosity, regardless of how you feel right now, because nobody, she was just saying that because nobody's really been, they know that none of this stuff adds up, and the last thing that they want right now, until that, they give them time to get themselves together, and just no confusion right now as far as fighting and tearing up stuff and all that good stuff, and let everybody let the results come in, and let's just do this peacefully, because one thing about it, the things that are trying to be hid and all that good stuff, it's going to come out. And it's coming out slowly now. Every day, when you got to change your story, because a lie, that's what a lie is. You always got to change it because you never can remember what you said the day before. But there's always people on the inside or on the outside too that's listening right now, especially right now, because it's so sensitive to everything that's being said and everything that's being done, everything that's being quoted. Everybody is listening.
Yes. And I wanted to add to that too. I know me and Shayla and the rest of us were talking about yesterday how typically things happen on a Friday. Remember with the Carmelo Anthony, it was Friday evening, so we still may get that autopsy today, hopefully.
Yeah, I think we need to remember we are still waiting to hear about the motion to recuse for Carmelo Anthony and the autopsy reports. The motion to recuse is coming from a completely different judge. He might sit on this until the 74th or 75th day, in which the motion for new trial, that motion needs to be decided on, but we're still waiting on that. So remember to push that agenda forward too. We've got to be unfortunately multifaceted right now because we've got a lot going on in the community.
Yes. And I just want to say something about the comments. Over here, we are not with the beefing and the messiness. So, if you see anybody in the chat, just block.
Who is that? Why are you even saying my name? Do you even know my real name? You don't know anything about me. Who are you, sweetheart?
It's okay. We're not dealing with it. Yeah. Yeah, I want to thank y'all too, because when I tell y'all, I feel like we worked so much better today. And even when the person was up explaining what allegedly happened on that night, just the questions you guys were asking, they were so good, and we were able to get the story out. Now, I know a lot of people stole it, but without that, at the end of the day, it is about Nolan. So I'm just happy that the story is getting out. And like I said earlier in the live, from what she said and what's being said in the press conferences and on TV, she's definitely credible.
Yeah.
Janice, did you see from a content creator that's here in Mississippi with me named Boogie Lowdown? Did you see what Warren's mom, who is the bio mom to Warren, because Ashley is the stepmom? Did you see the inbox message she sent to that content creator? Go on FB.
I'm already on here. It's
okay, type in Boogie Lowdown. Yeah. I'll put it in the comments. Hold on so you can see.
I have it because Sam told me about him the other day. Told us about him.
Yeah, so he's well known. He's from Mississippi. I think he's in Louisiana now. But scroll his page and he'll tell you the exact date that and he has the screenshot message. When you read the bio's mom's account of what happens, compare that to Judge Cole. The only thing they got in common is that the boat so-called took on water, but their stories are completely different.
I'm trying to find it. He posted a lot, so it's taking me a minute. Was it today? Do you know when he posted it?
It was when they found the body.
Okay.
But he reshared it several times, so you keep scrolling.
That would have been Monday.
I'm still on yesterday. He posted a lot. I'm still trying to find it. Once I have it, I'll tell y'all.
Her name is Katie Hudson.
Okay, let me see if I can.
And that's what took me down a rabbit hole this morning, because her name is Katie Hudson Seymour. And one of the young men on the boat with Nolan is named Morgan Seymour. So I'm wondering, is Morgan and Wyatt, are they brothers? Or is Warren and Morgan siblings? Are they siblings?
You know, it may be not siblings, but cousins.
Okay.
Or
I found it. Katie Hudson Seymour. So this is from Boogie Lowdown's page. Oh, it's a lot. So I'm gonna read it. She said, "Good evening, Mr. Lowdown." What the heck? Okay. I am Warren's mother, the woman you have been talking about on Facebook and posting pictures of our family. I am here to tell you that we all, Nolan and what? I'm just going to read what she put. I am here to tell you that we all, Nolan and are all deeply distraught. Your information is not correct, and I ask you to please stop posting about Warren and our family. My son did not ride out with him, nor did he come back with him. The boat that Nolan, it's long, y'all. The boat that Nolan was supposed to get on, Wyatt boat. He repeatedly asked Nolan to get one boat at 5 when it was, quite next to his. That also correlates to what our person told us. He was insistent about staying with this girl. Wyatt asked him several times to please get on the boat, and people heard him. My son loves him and would never in 1,000,000 years leave him. Warren does not even have a boat. Nolan has been at our house several times, and he is the sweetest friend. We all adore him. Again, when Wyatt asked for him to get on, he said he wanted to stay, and Wyatt's boat started to fill with water. His boat ended up breaking down and was towed in. I don't know this girl that he wanted to stay with. I can just tell you, though, my son had nothing to do with it in any way, shape, or form, a matter of fact. He was the first person that noticed he was missing when they got back to their friend's house and called his mother, the Coast Guard, and the sheriff's. Okay, I'm just going to keep reading. And the sheriff's office. Warren is very responsible and is keeping up with everyone else. Yeah, I'm going through the pages. Give me 1 second and it switches. Okay, he was not on the boat again. Please stop hurting us. My son is beside himself. I've never seen him like this before, and I ask you to please stop the blame. This is not the boys' fault. Nolan wanted to stay with this girl and was insistent. I asked you to take my picture down off of your wall and my son. I brought my other son out there, and I saw my son Warren briefly and took a picture that we were not out there with them longer than like 10 minutes. I don't know how you're trying to link it all together, but I am just Warren's mom, and I love Nolan very much. He comes to my house several times, and I'm sad. Please keep this down and look for him on prayers finding him. Also, I just want to let you know, this whole day we have been looking for him. It has been devastating. I don't even know any of this was being said. I have friends with taking pictures of these messages. I am going to get off of social media. I was advised, as this is very destructive, I just ask you to please take it down, as I don't want us to get any more messages about this. So what I get from this, I definitely can tell and I have to say alleged, it seems like these boys are coddled. It seems like whatever they do, they always get rescued, just based on this alone. And this message is very inconsistent, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys talk. What do you guys think?
Okay, so who advised her to stop talking and to, not be at the end? She said she's been advised not to talk. Who advised her? That's what I would like to know. So is she saying that her boat, because it seems like Warren did have a boat, but it was at his mom's house, not his father and stepmother's house. So Wyatt had a boat that they went out there on, or that Nolan went out there on. Then Warren apparently had a boat that his mom with his younger brother came out there on briefly. And then she took it back because she said the boat was taking water. So I'm assuming she means that boat that she bought out was taking on water. And then, so, because none of this explains how Wyatt's boat ended up in Judge Ashley Cole and Warren's father's front yard. None of this. Or yard, or wherever it was that it was allegedly seen being cleaned by 4 people. How did Wyatt's boat end up at Warren's stepmom and dad's house? So it seems like y'all are they're trying to muddy the waters. Yes, you have a boat that technically would be considered Warren's boat because that's the one that is kept at your house. But it seems like everything that we need to know happened on Wyatt's boat.
And I want to add to this too, if this is really a cover-up, and I have to say allegedly, in this note, she said when they got back to their friend's house, they called the mother, the Coast Guard, and the sheriff's office. And that could be why the Coast Guard initially said something different at first, which means they all were aware. Remember, she's a judge.
But
and I have to say allegedly.
But also remember, the mom said they called her and told her that he didn't come back. So she called the other friend, Javion, and he was not there with them. So that's when she went to search the phone. But the Coast Guard said, and see, that what has me thinking that this whole cover-up, because everybody knows each other, because Mississippi is real small. The Coast Guard stated that it was the mom who alerted them first. Then they came back and backtracked and said it was the boys. So now I don't believe the Coast Guards. I believe the mama's count of events. It was her who alerted everybody.
Yes,
right. The Coast Guard said that they got a call from, and they didn't say who, they said we got a call from a friend. But because there wasn't a missing persons report with the police, that it was like unsubstantiated. So they forgot that they got that call until after the mom called and they gave her the runaround. My thing is how did y'all know to go to the sheriff? Like, most people will go directly to their city police, and that is in that area, Ocean Springs. So how did you know to go straight to the county? That comes from direction. How did you know?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to add, and also, why wasn't the mama called? You calling everybody but the mama.
Y'all, not only are y'all not calling the mom, but y'all are not being helpful. Why did it take the mom sending someone to go get his phone? Why did the daddy have to go and beg for the keys to get his child's car out of a friend's yard? Y'all are supposed to be helpful.
See, we having that moment again where we can only be quiet.
you know,
This is pissing me
what
off. Her message
yeah.
was unnecessary. Like, she should have kept her mouth shut.
Sam, were you about to
One
say
of the
something?
reasons that they didn't call, one of the reasons that they didn't call, or hadn't called, because once they came back from Horn Island, they were seen at several other parties that night. All those guys, they didn't just go back. They were out partying.
Oh,
So if you were that concerned, why were you partying versus, and why would you go party and then inform this boy's mom later that night to say that he was missing?
Sam, so I have a theory. What if the boys were told, go party for an alibi and we'll clean the boat? Allegedly.
Yeah, I think something like that happened. That they were to go out and to be seen that night and in the morning. And there was another post, and it seems like I had it on my X account. There was another post of someone who was parked next to their boat saying, "Hey, when we were leaving at 7:30, that boat was still there and they were partying. They were not even thinking about Nolan." So I'm trying to figure out, is that comment or that statement, is that no longer necessary, or are we overlooking that? Were they really out there at the island longer?
Well, typically people, when they go out to the island, they try to make it back in before it gets dark, unless they're going to stay the night on the island like some people did. Like a couple people, sometimes people go out and they will, even my neighbor, he goes out because they take painting artists, and they'll go out for a week at a time or a weekend, leave on a Friday, and they'll go out and paint and camp out the whole weekend out there. But typically people will try to come back in before it gets dark, just for safety reasons.
Yeah, it's the plan in our face for me. Like we couldn't figure it out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up. And a lot of people that live in Ocean Springs, a couple of guys that work with me, we all live in the area. One of the guys, he's like, man, I don't really want to go home because this weekend I think I'm gonna stay at my parents' house in Pascagoula. Just cause I just feel like it's just gonna be something bad.
Well, I'm sure it's hard to go back and to pretend like all's normal when you can see this massive cover-up happening.
And when you can hear people, like you can feel it going in the stores now. You can just see how different everything is right now. First couple of days it was, but now with all the media and the things that are being said, and now that the lawyers and stuff are speaking, Crump and Al, and just with the things that this thing has gained national attention like that, yeah, everybody's acting different now. Ain't nobody with their chest poked out, like the beginning of the week.
Yeah, they starting to get quiet. And shout out to Queen of 1005 for following.
Yeah, they quiet.
This is Clarity, and one thing I'm confused about, possibly you guys can straighten things out. It's very difficult for me to connect the dots. In the picture with Nolan on the boat with the three young men, can you identify from left to right who the young men are? Which one is Warren? Which one is Wyatt? I don't know. Can anyone glean any insight on which kid is whom?
So Clarity, I don't know, but I know the person that came up, she told me who the black glasses were. I can listen to the video and see what she said, but the other two I wouldn't be able to.
Okay, no need. The young man on the end with the black glasses, I pretty much know who he is. I can't identify the two to the right of Nolan. Not that it matters, but I'm trying to connect the dots here visually.
I don't believe that Wyatt was in the picture. He may have been taking the picture. And then Warren is the one closest to him. If I remember correctly, let me not mislead you, but I do remember that Wyatt was not in the picture. So he's either driving the boat or taking the picture. So there's more than the three boys on this boat. There's the three boys, Wyatt, and possibly some other individuals. And let me tell you, I'd have them all locked up in an interrogation room right about now, waiting for the weakest one to crack.
Because if it was the other way around, that's what would have happened. We would be sitting in that interrogation room until they found the Nolan. Had they found his white body on that beach, we would have been charged with murder. And they would have started really pounding down on us till somebody cracked.
We would have been under the jail already. And we have Sending Myself Flowers requesting to come up. I've seen her in the chat. She's been going. Hi, Sending Myself Flowers.
Am I on? Hello?
Yes, you're on live.
Oh, hi. I just came in. So I don't know entirely what all has been talking about, but yes, I was naming the individuals that are in the picture from left to right. Left, it's Warren. He is the stepson of the woman who is the judge. And then there is Nolan in the middle, I believe, or no, next to him is Jax, the white boy with all the curly hair. And then it's Nolan, and then it is Alex.
Yes, Clarity said thank you. I don't think she can talk again right now, which is fine. Yes. Well, Sending Myself, did you have anything else you wanted to add? What do you think about the case just in general so far?
Yeah, so I've been following the case from the very beginning, like a lot of you all. I do believe that he was murdered by his friends, so-called friends. And I do believe that there is a lot of suspicion. I just got through watching a press conference with Ben Crump, Reverend Al Sharpton. And like they said, the mother had to go and track the device. They didn't willingly hand it over. They also had to go and retrieve the keys. They didn't willingly hand that over. And the boys actually were, kind of hesitant about it. Well, not hesitant, but very hesitant and rowdy with it. He even said that Jax woke up and his hair was all over his head. He had been asleep. So to me, that means like if that's your best friend, why are you in there sleeping? Why aren't you worried about his whereabouts? You know? Then
Yeah.
they called his mom. They got the keys off of the Xbox. He lied about not knowing where the keys were. She got on Snapchat. She saw, and I'm a young person that still uses Snapchat. She got on Snapchat, all the pictures were deleted. Like I use Snapchat as a photo album for certain things, so I'm sure he does as well. There's a lot to be uncovered.
Yes. Well,
And he was probably doing that Snapchat trend, like, it's the Snapchat streak where they count how many days in consecutively you do a snap.
Oh, yes, I'm familiar with that. Right. I do. I could see that happening. I could see that being a factor. She said that also his friends, they all had each other's locations on Snapchat. And so she found his location by using Life 360, I believe. But when they tried to go on there to see on Snapchat where his whereabouts had been, that they weren't able to. That's when they uncovered like everything had been deleted and they weren't able to see everything. Sorry, I'm a little
Yes.
nervous.
Yes, and
So
it's okay. I was about to say too. Our witness confirmed Tuesday that they took it off. So
yeah,
that
that's
was
crazy.
correlated too.
Yeah, that's insane.
And the thing that she alluded to in the press conference that anyone who has Life 360 knows, it tracks everything, all the places that phone went. It will tell you how fast someone was driving in the car. It will tell you all kinds of things. So they might be holding back even more of what is going on. I mean, that's how they caught Kinsey Sharilla. One of the friends was like, "Yeah, one of the boys was on his Life 360. He was like, yeah, all of a sudden the car started accelerating and went 100 miles per hour. So, like, Life 360 is very sensitive."
And I'm gonna jump in right here. We have 31 people in here. So if you like this type of content, please like, share, and follow. And also we have a goal of 10,000 likes. So if you guys could like the video, that way more people can know what's going on in the case. We definitely appreciate it.
This is Clarity McCulliver, and what I'd like to ask is, other than what happened to Nolan, what facts can we actually prove and what don't we know? I mean, if we're going to be a jury of 7 people, what could they say to convince us or not convince us? I mean, what can we prove and what is still outstanding? Is that a good topic of conversation?
Yes, it is, Clarity. And before we get into that, I just want to know if you see the comments. They have been saying that you are the news anchor. You have a good news voice. So I wanted to tell you.
Thank you.
So God on Graham said, Clarity, my favorite news anchor.
Thank you, Guy. I'm going to send you a friend request.
I was just about to ask her, who does she work for?
Yes. I would say on my end, I would say if there is water in his lungs, that would give them a kind of doubt. So I'm hoping if what we think is true, hopefully there isn't, because that would prove that he didn't drown. That's one thing that I could say. What about you guys?
Well, he could have been held under. I want to know, does his body has bruising?
It does. Allegedly, from our witness, it has bruising.
But if he has, if there's water in the lungs, he could have been forcefully held down.
Y'all do know, and Don Lemon said this on Monday when he broke the news that the body had been found. They were keeping Nolan's mother from seeing the body. They said there was unusual bruising, and they were keeping her from seeing the body. So she still has not seen his body.
She still hasn't?
No, and I don't blame her. Like, I wouldn't, if it were me, I wouldn't want to see the body until they have it prepared for the funeral. I don't want to see it. I wouldn't want to see it like this, especially not after an autopsy.
Well, I saw that they didn't really quite have time to view the body as well, because the body had to be transferred to Washington, D.C. for the independent autopsy, but the flights from New York and stuff had been canceled, so the body just got there from the press conference today. And also because the Mississippi coroner was going to view it, the the body hadn't been viewed then. I'm not sure. I can't speak too much on that part, but that's what
No,
I've heard.
they wouldn't allow her to view it. And the way they identified it was
Was
through
through dental.
dental records.
Right.
Nah, that's not no drowning.
Do we know who the last person was on the island?
It should be a ranger though, right? Because they have like with any park, there's a ranger, a gaming ranger, a gaming warden that goes around and makes sure that people are out before curfew.
There
Well,
was
there's
a group camping there who camped there overnight, and they did not see him at all. That, Saturday night going into Sunday morning.
Y'all, Sade is here. I want to give her a chance to talk. She just came on the panel. Welcome, Sade.
Hi, sorry I put myself on mute.
You're okay.
I just found out that the friends, they did not give the parents the phone. The mom tracked the phone and went to the friend's house with her sister to get the phone back.
That's correct.
That's just really sad.
Yes. Yes, it definitely is. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, not right now.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you for your comment.
You're welcome.
Yes, it's just sad all the way around.
I did want to add to the facts of what Clarity was saying, if we are still on that topic.
Yes.
So I know that some of the facts are one, he definitely went there with the three boys and he did not return. So that's a fact. Two, another fact is his phone was like, what was the exact question? Can we pin that in the comments? So I have my
I can
facts,
pin
but I
it.
want to make sure they
I'm just
align.
gonna put the facts of the case, just so.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I think her question was, what are the facts that, what was it? What are the facts?
What questions and answers corroborate? What matches? Right?
Oh,
What
the
facts
facts. So
can
what question?
we prove or not disagree on? Right? Fact is, he did go out on whose boat? Was it Warren's or Wyatt's? Did Wyatt have a boat and Warren have a boat? Like, those things are kind of foggy for me.
Well,
I agree. That is right. Okay. Let me
I
come back
wrote
to
it
that
down. I
since I
think
got
it's
the question
Wyatt's
again.
boat.
It's
It was
Wyatt's boat.
Wyatt's boat.
it was all together 3 boats. It was all together 3 boats.
So it's Wyatt's boat, and it was they took it back to Warren's house.
Wyatt's boat at Warren House. And I'm writing this down, y'all, because hopefully we can build a timeline.
And
Wyatt's
see,
boat.
that's
I have a
Exactly.
question because it was 3 boats. So was the 3 boats all friends, or was it the girl boat and then it was their 2 boats?
I think the girls' boats were different.
Yeah, everybody else
I'm
I
boat
under
was
the
different.
I'm under
I
the
think we
impression the
just
girl got picked up from her brother and the sister-in-law. So I don't even think she had a boat.
So I'm asking, when they were saying like all 3 boats was in a row, was they talking about her boat just as well, or all 3 boats was all the
Mm-hmm.
friends' boats?
think we only focus on Wyatt's boat. That is the sure thing. That's just my opinion. I think the other boats are sort of muddy in the water.
No, because they were saying that the other friend was trying to get on the other boat, but it didn't have no room. So that's why I'm confused at. That's why I'm asking about the other boats.
oh, I know what she's talking about. they said somebody else was trying to get on the boat to go with them when they originally went to the island. I think that could have been Javion, so don't quote me.
Oh yes, the other BOK friends, and they said it wasn't enough room.
They said it wasn't enough room because they were at capacity. But this is the question I have, because the person that was correcting me saying that they was at Jackson's house, when Janet made the fact saying let's establish the timeline, she said the same thing. We all know that was facts. It was Wyatt's boat, but we went to Warren's house. Mom had to track everything. So how did we go from the boat, the car, and everything being at Warren's house, which is Ashley's house, to everything being at Jackson's? Because he said that they went to Jackson's house, not Warren's.
So the boat ended up at Warren's house. Warren's house is where the phone was.
That's what I said, but he corrected me. He said the phone was not at Warren's house. And I said, really? He said it was at Jackson's house because that's where they took the boat.
Hold on. What was at Jackson's house was Nolan's car and his car keys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what I understand is, going back to July 3rd, Nolan spent the night at whose house? Warren's house?
Jackson's house.
Jackson's house. Okay, I need to write that down. So July 3rd, Nolan went to Jackson's house. So on the 4th, how do they get from Jackson's house to the island? Let's go from Jackson's to there and build the timeline that we know.
Well, I think the phone just returned back to Warren's house. See, because Jackson and Nolan spent the night, but they all went out to the island on July 4th. So when they came back without Nolan, they all went to Warren's house because that's where the lawyer was, the judge. So of course she probably had them all in one house because they knew everything was coming. So then when the dad came and he called for the phone, they were already at Warren's house, you see, and then that's when they were like, no, we're not going to give it to you. Then he ended up calling his stepmom and she was like, oh, it's on the Xbox. And then, so I don't think they all stayed the night at Warren's. I think they just went back there after the island. Does that make sense?
Kind of, because I heard that Nolan's car was somewhere. So obviously young Nolan had a vehicle, so he drove it to wherever he spent the night at. Is that my understanding?
Yeah, and he spent the night at Jack's. He left his car
on July 3rd.
Jack's. So how they got to where the boat is what I understood your question to be, Clarity, and we don't have any information on that.
Okay, so that's some information we don't know, but we do know he stayed at Jack's, and we do know that they left from Wyatt brought his boat, or did they meet at Wyatt's house and depart there to the island? I mean,
we need additional information.
I want to add to that too. I'm wondering, was it typical for Nolan and Jax to spend the night, or was they like a one-off? Because if it's a one-off, that could lead to possible planning. I'm curious about that.
I thought they all went together.
Breezy, what's your question? You have a car question as well.
She said, how did they get to the boat? Yes, that's what we don't know. Oh, she's coming up. I'm gonna let Breezy up.
I just had a question. Like, okay, if his car was there, did they take the Uber and Lyft to the boat? Did they all hop on one of the friends' car to the boat? Because where I'm from, we have like an island like that too, that connects to a river and it connects to like an ocean. Everybody parties at and you link your boat together. But you park around the corner from the dock, you walk to the dock. But generally, if we're all going together, we'll hop in like one car. So did they take his car? Whose car did they take to the dock to hop on a boat?
I don't think we know that.
That's the question I had after that interview when they mentioned the car. It was like, hold on, wait a minute now. His car. And then also was his car and phone at two separate houses? Because the mom said the aunt went to a house to pick up the phone. And then the dad said he went to another house with his friends to go get the car.
Yes,
That
that's
So
correct.
made it seem like it's two separate houses.
the
Yes,
phone
right?
ended up at Warren's, and the car was at Jack's. And Jack's is who he had spent the night with on July 3rd. And I'm assuming, left from Jack's house with Jack's and whoever else spent the night with them to get to the boat. We don't know how they got there. We do know that they did not use Nolan's car because Nolan's car was parked at Jack's house.
Okay, hold on right quick, y'all. 11 minutes ago, my friend just sent this to me. If you know how to find Ashley Cole's FB, you can go see the stuff yourself. Or you can type in Mississippi Television on the Book of Faces. Ashley claims she done got a barrage of death threats. She's not speaking to the media. And she also states, and this contradicts herself again, she has not spoken to the Wells Wansley family or their attorney. My thing is this: you got over here and told us you love Nolan. That was like your son. He was always at your house. He is now deceased, and you ain't sent the food. You ain't called his mama. You ain't gone to see his mama.
Yes, and I want to read the whole thing, just so everybody just so everybody is aware. So this is from Mississippi Television, and shout out to Kimberly for giving us this.
Thank you, Kim.
Judge Ashley Cole says she and her family will not be speaking to the media after receiving a barrage of DEATH threats, degrading messages, racial slurs, and personal attacks in the wake of Nolan Wells' death. Cole shared screenshots showing hostile messages sent to her social media accounts, including racial slurs, profanity, accusations, insults, and messages directed at both her and her family. She also said the threats included calls for the DEATHS of her young children. In a statement, Cole said, and I quote, "We have decided that we will not be speaking to the press at this time." She added that, end quote, "the media is not the appropriate forum to further elaborate on the facts of July 4th, 2026, and said, we realize that the truth will not stop the calls for the DEATH of our small children." Cole said her family has not yet had the opportunity to speak with the Wells Wansley family or their attorney. Mind you, they're supposed to be friends. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. But is willing to communicate directly with Attorney Ben Crump and the Wells Wansley family. And in quotes, "we will provide them with all the information known to us so their family can rest and properly mourn." Mind you, y'all, so their family can rest and properly mourn. The statement reads, she concluded by saying, "We also want to know what happened to Nolan. We will do everything within our power to assist Nolan's family in their quest for answers." She full of shit. She's full of shit.
She full of shit.
She is very much.
Y'all do realize judges, like, it is their home address is blocked. They can actually have the address of the courthouse on their driver's license. So how they got her home address is beyond us. Maybe because they know who Warren is, but they're not she's full of shit. Like,
But everything she says is to protect her and her family. Not once has she said anything about Nolan or their family, about, their protection, and about how the actions of her three boys, or the three boys, have led to this. Everything has been so it's just been
Contradictory.
so, like,
Very
I
contradictory.
just hate
Come on,
yes,
Jay, let him
very
go.
much.
I just hate how now it's an undertone, but first of all, them getting the D threats, are y'all assuming that came from BLK people? It could very well be YT people doing that shit. They said they
Right, you get your snack. Or you gonna wait for pizza
if
to
they
come?
even got threats, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, how can we trust that she's not making this up?
At
Like
this
I
point,
said,
she sent them herself.
yeah, like I said, a judge's house is extremely protected. You cannot just go online to public access information and get the address of a judge's house.
I want to say this too. She brung it to the public, and now that the heat is on, she can't take it.
Yes, from her first letter, she should never have even
Thank you.
stated
Yes.
anything. And the fact that she
Okay.
insinuated by saying, "Oh, we graduated together," like they were friends. And I like the fact that the mom came on TV and was like, "I don't know her. We're not friends like that, just because we went to the same school." Like the fact that you even insinuated by saying, "Oh, well, we graduated together, so we wouldn't do no harm to her, boy." Like, you full of shit.
Yeah.
You
Breezy,
would
did you
think
see
that
my
would make her
comment in the
speak out
chat?
more.
She
No,
can't
no.
even say her friend's last name. It is Wansley Wells. She keeps saying the Wells. What? That's not her name. You got
Yeah,
it flipped.
she
But
full
that's
of
your
shit.
friend.
In her first letter, she never said anything about Nolan. It was very, I'm a victim. My family's a victim. Off jump. It was my
Yes,
family's the victim.
exactly what I was getting at. Nothing about the family, all about her and her family.
And
Yeah.
And
locally,
them
that's what
staying
they've been
away
doing.
speaks volumes
They
too.
We need to protect these boys. We need to get a meal train going for their family. Why their
Yep.
family? They're not the one that got to prepare a funeral.
And them staying away speaks volumes as well. Because if
Yeah.
you're not guilty, hey, no, I'm popping up, I'm showing up, I'm finna send my kids over there. Like, you need to tell them what the fuck you know. Like, something. But I guess that's just the BLK community.
They've been operating for years under this shadow of protecting the YT people around there. No matter what their actions were, they thought they were going to get away with another one. You are not. And if you are uncomfortable with the BLK community, think about how uncomfortable you're going to be when when Nolan's funeral happens, and Al Sharpton is residing over the funeral, and Tyler Perry has paid for the funeral. It's going to be nothing but BLK people in your community for a couple of days.
And this is long overdue. This is the same state that did what they did to Emmett Till. I ain't gonna say it because I don't know the guidelines on here, but this is
Yeah.
long overdue. Emmett Till been deserved justice, and now Nolan Wells will get it, even if we have to get that justice through Nolan Wells' name. It's so much. It's so much. It's long overdue. This is the last time it's gonna happen.
And that's
The
another thing. In the state in which Emmett Till's life was ended over a YT woman, why did y'all come up with the lie that Nolan was going off to be with that girl?
And they're still blaming this
Allegedly.
Katie girl.
Yes.
And I mean, Katie, maybe she has a good personality, but Katie is nothing to fawn over. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
just goes to show how patterns continue to keep going. Like you said, they and I didn't mean to cut you off. They used the white lady the last time, said Emmett Till whistled at her. Then the white man, the mob came and drug Emmett Till out of his grandfather's home. The same thing is happening, just a different day, different time, and kind of flip scenario. They're using Katie as bait. They're using her as bait. Those boys know they left him. He came there with y'all. He should have left with y'all. Katie got picked up by her parents. What boat did Katie even have to leave to say that she can take him home on? What boat did she have?
She was picked up too, and then she texted, I believe, she was safe. I didn't like that. What do
Yeah.
you mean
yeah,
she was
that
safe?
one. Yeah, the reason Katie was safe is because my brother and sister-in-law went and got her. Well, what was she say? What were they needing to save her from? What was going on that y'all need besides her talking to a young black man? What else was going on that y'all needed to go and save Katie? So was there danger on the island?
So if I were on a jury of us, I wouldn't be completely ruling Katie out of this.
Me neither.
Um, I'm wondering, could Katie's brother and sister-in-law have something to do with this? I mean, I'm not convinced that she's totally cleared in my mind. It's either one of two, either Katie or the boys. Those are my two conclusions, and I'm trying to be convinced one way or the other based on the facts.
I'm the
Why they
same
all need to be
when
locked.
it
Oh, I'm
comes to
sorry.
that.
Go.
I'm the same when it comes to that because in my town we get the most random drunkest white boys, and they do be leaving their friends, and we be like, "Where did your friend go? Why did y'all leave him?" They do leave their friends. They do bullshit like that. They do. Then the other thing is, okay, if he went with Katie, did somebody in Katie crew not like she was talking to the black boy?
Well, so that was
And
what I
something happened.
always. So this is what I always thought, that maybe one of the boys in Nolan's group was jealous of him talking to Katie. And that is what started the conflict. Like, does Warren have a girlfriend? It was Warren interested in Katie. Her last name is
McCormick.
Yeah.
McCormick. I wasn't gonna say it, but I was gonna say the seasoning that you find in your pantry. Like, this, I don't know if she has any link to the McCormick seasoning fortune, but in Mississippi and down in the South, money likes to marry money. So was this supposed to be like Warren's, his connection, his betrothed? What is going on? Like, what was Katie in fear of that her uncle and aunt had to come and get her?
And Kayla, it's too much to type in the chat, but the audio that Miss Pretty was talking about, I think his parents and Ben Crump addressed it on one of those little news shows with Michael Strahan, and they were saying that they could hear Nolan saying, "Give me my fucking phone. What the fuck are you doing?"
Yes,
but that's
yes.
the audio Miss Pretty talking about.
Yes, I have it here. He said, "Give me my fucking phone. What the fuck are you doing?" Yes, you're right, Jay. I wrote it down. So they took his phone. So for me, that looks like planned. Why would they take his phone if they weren't planning to do anything? And they had his keys.
And
Well,
they
I'm
had his
gonna tell you
wallet.
what Shayla
They had his
said.
wallet too.
They went
Shayla
out
said
there and
maybe
got
they could have
drunk and they
been
went too far.
jealous because of
Mama want
Katie.
me?
I just thought about
You
something.
want
The
me?
dad said during Good Morning
You want
America
me?
and then during the press conference that his son had taken football seriously. He realized this was like a business now. He had a D1 tryout on Monday. I think them boys was jealous. I don't think this had to do with Katie, like who she was talking to. He was gonna meet with them recruiters.
Maybe it did. Maybe because white women like to pick up on our young black boys when
True.
they're athletes in college and ride that train. Not saying that they don't love them, but they do like
They
to
don't
pick
love
up.
them.
I was trying to be
They do
nice.
not love
I was
them.
trying to be
Being
nice and
sweet.
diplomatic. I was trying to be nice and diplomatic.
That was
In
really sweet though,
quotation
Shayla.
marks.
I love that. That was
I'm
really sweet.
screaming. That's so funny.
I'm trying to be diplomatic because I do know that we have a multicultural comment section.
Yes.
So, but you know that they like to hitch their ride to young black boys, and he's got, because the first thing I heard is when he went to Mississippi Central Community College, I think it was. And if he had a D1 tryout, he was trying out for either Mississippi State or Ole Miss, more than likely Mississippi State, which puts him in the SEC. And y'all, I'm a huge football fan. I'm a Texas girl, sorry, through and through football fan. That is huge money.
Yes, and that also means too, because of that, he would not have rugs in his body. If it is, he didn't do it. Somebody did it to him.
Right. So maybe Katie was trying to hitch her wagon. The boys got jealous. They're drunk and drugged up and, decided to have a little fight club of sorts that ended up taking Nolan's life. And
That's
that's
why.
all speculation, but that's kind of the way I was thinking.
That's
That
why at
makes
this
sense
point, I
though.
think all four of them, the three boys plus Katie, should be in a jail cell right now because
So
Katie
can I?
said she saw them get on. She saw Nolan get on the boat. The boys say that Nolan stayed behind with Katie. Y'all two stories not adding up. Y'all gonna have to sit here until we get the autopsy report back and everything else.
And
But
I
my
want to know
thing
the
The
is
island
boys
the
belong to
first.
the
Did Katie
judge.
leave the island first or did the boys leave the island first? Because if the boys left first, then that means he would have been left behind with Katie. If she
no,
left first,
Katie left first.
then then thank you.
Katie
Then
said that
How do
he
you
left with the
stay?
boys.
So how did he stay
So
for her if
there's,
she left
I think
first?
there's a lack of clarity on who
Yes.
left
Who
first.
left with who? Because they're both saying no, he left with you. She's saying no, he left with you. So they're both pointing the blame at
right
each
at each
other.
other.
Okay.
Right.
That's the issue.
And go
I
to jail
remember
till
they
y'all figure
said,
it
was it
out.
about 4 or 3 that the boys left for because the boat started flooding?
Well, they
And
didn't
so,
leave at 4 o'clock because there's
right,
a
but
So
video
I
that
believe the
Katie
somebody
left
boat.
before that.
showed that they
I
did not leave
believe
at
the
4.
boat that started flooding is the one that Warren's bio mom bought up in her random Facebook post. And I think that was bought up to muddy the waters. That's why I was saying they're bringing up all of these boats and they're doing it, I think, to muddy the waters. What I want to know is if Nolan went on Wyatt's boat, we can assume that he was going to come back on Wyatt's boat based off of what his dad said. You leave with who you came with. So
Right. Yeah.
we're gonna assume, and that's Black culture rule. But like you leave
Miss
with who?
Shayla,
Yes.
question. If their
hmm
boat was sinking, well, whoever lives in Mississippi, I heard somebody say it earlier, but I was at work. How far were they out from land? Because if your boat is sinking, how are they going to be able to get back?
They weren't
15 to
far.
20
Oh, they
minutes.
wasn't far. Okay.
Yeah, like it's a sandbar. You can probably stand on the shore, the mainland shore, and see it.
You can.
So
And
being
It's
on the
not
way
that
back
far.
is not enough to sink their boat, right?
no, and
To
like
Belgium.
y'all, boats take on water. I'm sorry, they do. That's why they have a pump on them. So unless there was a big old, like a hole, a big gash in the side of the boat, it was never going to sink. They're like the
Oh, okay.
whole they're playing us when they're like it was taking on water. Boats take on water. If you Google right
Mm-hmm.
now boat shoes are designed to be because you're going to take on water and they're designed to be like get wet and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Like
think about all the water that comes up when they catch fish or when they're crabbing. All the water on the bottom of the boat, like it's
right, you
designed to
have
hold water.
Especially if they boat hop, because from the videos, it looked like everybody had it anchored. And when we have a huge, when everybody's on the lake, everybody will, one person, a couple people anchor, and everybody will try to tether the boats together. And you'll just
that's
boat hop. You just
exactly
boat
what
hop.
it looks like. And they were
And that's,
boat
it looked like
and
they was boat hopping.
so Warren's random bio mom brings up the whole, well, we bought our boat up and it was taken on water. Then his stepmom, Judge Ashley Cole, and I'm gonna keep saying her name because she needs to be voted out. Judge Ashley Cole was like, oh, the boat started taking on water. Are you speaking of Wyatt's boat? Because I think she said that to cover the fact that Wyatt's boat mysteriously ended up in front of Warren's dad and stepmother's house being cleaned by 4 people.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm not cleaning no boat after being on the water all day. I will do
No.
that the next day.
Read Ty's
Don't
comment.
y'all
I
have
was
money
thinking the
to pay
same thing.
people?
You
Y'all
have
don't
to
have
clean
money to
that boat till
pay
something
people?
happened.
I
And
don't
the
care
No.
if my daddy said he gonna ground us. We'd be like, I guess you gonna ground us, daddy. Cause listen, that boat is at the dock. I'm
Honey,
not
we
doing
have
nothing.
money. We are paying people to do this. We are not doing it ourselves. Like what do you think is going on around here? Yeah, something happened. It happened on Wyatt's boat and Warren did it, because I cannot figure out why Warren is all of a sudden becoming the main character of Wyatt's boat. Why is Warren all of a sudden becoming the main character? You got his stepmama jumping out. You got his bio mom jumping out. They're taking Wyatt's boat to Warren's house.
I think that's exactly
It
why, because the
happened on
stepmom came
Wyatt's
out.
And I
boat.
hate the whole, well, we don't have our phones on the boat. I hate the whole we don't have our phones on the boat. We don't have our phones in the water. And that's a lie.
Yeah.
Because I be on my jet, we be on the jet skis with our phones in our hand,
Yes.
videotaping each other,
Yeah.
taking
Phones at funerals.
pictures.
Y'all definitely
Yeah.
got them damn phones.
It's
And hold,
20
So for them to
minutes
say
from
you
the
don't have phones on the
mainland.
water is false.
hold
It's
on,
Because I
20.
definitely have my phone.
hold on,
It's
y'all.
20.
Just walked in. Just walked in. So I want to give them a chance to speak. They've been waiting. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was just the other day that we were just on this live together when Alexis.
Don't wait. Don't say her name. I forgot to tell
Oh,
y'all again. Yes, we're not saying her name
oh, okay.
for privacy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I guess a few things have come out. I think you guys are pretty spot on. The whole situation with the boat taking on water, I feel like, yeah, it is kind of like a decoy. Like, it's conveniently you had to leave because your boat was taking on water. It just seems like an after the fact thing. You know what I mean? So I completely agree with you guys on that. I don't know exactly. It all just seems very crazy. Katie definitely is, I don't know, if they're putting the blame on each other, it just creates like this diversion almost. Yeah, it's still suspicious, still so suspicious. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have that much to say. I feel like you guys have like nailed a lot of, I hit the nail on the head for a lot of things, but it's just interesting. The I don't even know. I'm kind of speechless, to be honest, at this point.
So just walked in. I do want to ask you, because you were here on Tuesday when the witness spoke. How do
Yeah.
you feel now hearing that and then hearing what the mom and dad said on television? What do you think now?
Right. I feel like the witness was pretty spot on, and I feel
Yes.
like, yeah, she definitely had some like reliable sources, although she wasn't there. And so that means people know what happened. Like, if the witness wasn't, she said she wasn't actually there. It was kind of like she had resources from a reliable source, which turns out to be a very reliable source. So people know, like, she said she was out of state. She's in another state because she'd gone to school. So if she got the information that clear and it wasn't even there, and it lines up with what the mom was saying on Good Morning America,
Yes.
people that were actually there must know more. They were there. Like, so people are like, there's someone knows. They're just not saying.
Yeah, so I want to say this to respond to I am Mrs. G. The video is on my page. It's 30 minutes long. You will hear everything that she says, and it's lining up just like just the walked in said.
Can we bring her up as a guest? She's asking some great questions.
Yes, you can come up if you want to.
I am Mrs. G415. Can you come up?
Yes, and thank you guys for the follows, the gifts. Thank you guys for the support. Here we just like to have conversations, and all of you for the most part have been respectful. So we definitely appreciate that. Okay, I think she's coming. Well, no, that's somebody else. They don't have a picture. So I'm going to have to start being selective of who we allow up. I don't want any derailment.
Okay, so I have a question. Where is this pump located on the boat? Is it located in a position to where if me and Miss Pretty Kitty got to fighting, we would damage the boat or damage that pump if they were taking on water?
It's technically inside. It's like inside the boat, almost underneath it. So like it kind of sucks the water from in the boat.
Okay.
Like it'll drain down and like pump it back into the water. So you won't be able to like see it. It's not like a pump that like is sitting out. It's like kind of built into the boat.
Okay.
Now, may I add, I saw somewhere, I don't know where, forgive me, that there's two bilge pumps. One is an electric one and one is manual. So possibly the electric one went out, which means if that's the case, then they would just use the manual one. Can you confirm or deny that just walked in?
I cannot actually. I
Okay.
don't know that much. I know a few things about boats as I like spent some time on them, but I couldn't be able to tell you that. I don't know. It's hard to say. Another thing that I suspect is that like they were all out, they were drinking and partying, so maybe they just didn't know how. Like they were kind of like overwhelmed. It seemed like a lot was going on. Like if they were angry with Nolan, if they were fighting, they were drunk. Like it seems like it was hot. There was a lot of things going on, so maybe they just didn't know what to do and was like, let's just get it back. I don't know. Like that in my mind could be a possibility too. Like they're like kind of overwhelmed not knowing which pump was which, and they didn't want to like press all these buttons and figure out what it was, so they're just like, let's go back. I don't know, like that could be a
Somebody
possibility in my
said,
mind.
I have a
But
question
even if they
too.
and
were to say
nobody
that,
helped.
wouldn't you think that, okay, my friend is being left, we need to go back, his phone is on the boat, because we all have to get off the boat, right? So his phone is still on the boat. We grab his phone because we have it and we brought it inside the house. So we grab his phone off the boat, we get in the car, but we don't make it all the way down. So maybe we should bring our friend, his phone, who decided to stay, because we say he chose to stay, his phone back. We're not that far away, so let's just turn back, give him his phone so he'll have his phone. Why not? Why take his phone all the way home? That's my thing. Like if
Because
he
it's a
decided
cover
to
up.
stay, yeah, exactly. If he decided to stay, why not be like, oh, we're gonna turn around and give him his phone? Because y'all had to see the phone, y'all saw the phone, y'all grabbed the phone, y'all brought the phone home. So let's give him his phone back so he can be in contact with his mom, his dad, uh, Katie. So what if they split up on the sand and he's not by her? How is he going to contact her? How is she going to be like, "Oh, let's go"?
Right. I think
Exactly.
this whole thing is just like so unfortunate and crazy because it seems like it's just like such a lack of concern in general, which is like there is no concern for him to have his phone, no concern for like his whereabouts after, and the immediate lawyering up, and then the like not wanting to actually bring the phone or speak to the parents. It just like that's what just is so makes this whole thing worse. I feel like had they cooperated and were more involved and transparent, I don't think it would feel so nefarious and we wouldn't be
Right.
so at arms. Like we would kind of be like, okay, but like I don't know
And
when
I think it makes
something.
it worse, but I think it's a great point for the lawyers to be like, okay, this is where we can finally find a breakthrough, because those are questions that are common sense questions, and they should be able to find some kind of evidence based off those questions to be able to detain them. Them being out right now, not on drinking underage charges, that should be something to detain them and have them in a holding cell for questioning right there. Why are they at home with their parents? Lawyer, the lawyer, the boys, and them need to be in there. If anything about the drinking, get down to the bottom of this. Any little thing that you can detain them on, get them in there, and let's get this going.
But they don't want to. That's the like we can see
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
don't want to.
yeah. But I'm
And
saying that should be the phone, the drinking underage, the drugs, the all of that. They should
this
be in
the
a
suspicion, yeah.
holding. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of
Also,
that right
you
now.
guys should know, and not to cut you off, Cindy, but Ben Crump said that the parents, are in possession of his phone. They don't even want to turn it
Yes,
over at this point, which I
yes, yes.
agree.
I agree. I wouldn't give it to Mississippi at all. Oh
Yes,
no,
they're not going to
absolutely.
turn it over until they have their own people examine the phone.
Right. But I think that the boys should have, when they didn't want to turn it over. But I'm happy they did compensate it from them.
so I want to jump in really quickly. A lot of people in the comments are asking to see the video. I can't pin it right now because we're on live. But if you go to my page, it's a clip. It says Friends exposes what really happened. It's yellow, black, and white. It's right there. I posted it on 2 days ago. So you can check it out. And I'll pin it after the live. I just can't pin it right now.
Yeah, that was a really, really really
Yes.
big conversation. I think it broke through a lot of things, and I've been seeing a lot of other creators have been using that video and making their own pieces on it based on that
Yes.
particular video. So yeah, it was a really important one. I feel like it was good to go back and watch it if you haven't.
Yes, it was. And also just walking, I just want to tell you, I've been listening to that video so much. I have been hearing your voice. That's a little weird. Like I've been hearing that all day.
Yeah, no, because it was, as she was telling the story, I was just kind of like, well, chronologically, this sounds just so like far-fetched, like it doesn't add up at all. And in real time, anybody in their right mind, it's like second nature. As like an adult, a child, like anybody, I feel like you would just be more concerned. You would be aware, you would be worried, you would, I don't, it just is kind of like, it just seems as though there's some foul play, and it's evident. And this is why this has caused so many conversations. The whole internet's talking about it. Good Morning America, it's everywhere. So I mean, we all sense that there's something off, so we can't all be wrong, you know.
Yes, because when I was on a boat that taking water, we hopped on everybody else's boat, or people hopped on a jet ski to get back on dock. And then from the videos I'm seeing, they literally could have just, everybody else could have walked to shore and just kept partying. I don't know.
It's like when they anchored the boat, they're about in knee-deep water, and they were just hopping off and walking to shore.
I don't know what 19-year-old would just be like, okay, well, now we got to go home. No, they would have just stayed and kept partying if nothing really happened. Why would you so quick and hurry on the 4th of July at that to go home?
Especially with drinks.
Yes.
And I know that it would be ideal for them to leave before it got dark, but wouldn't you want to stay on the island to watch the fireworks? I'm assuming fireworks happened in the area.
Or wouldn't you want to hitch a ride with the so many people there that are there that Nolan was going to hitch a ride back with? I mean, hey, why wouldn't y'all do that? I mean, I know y'all have to vote, but not all of y'all.
Why wouldn't one leave, go get the boat fixed, and then come back for the rest of them? If that was the case, if the bilge pump was damaged or whatever, okay, I'm gonna take the boat, but I'm gonna come back and get the 4 of y'all.
Right.
So we all don't have to go home.
It was only 20 minutes away. Yeah. 20 minutes away. You could have done 2 trips, even if you wanted to get your boat fixed and then go back and check on Nolan. It wasn't dark by then. The sun doesn't go down by then. So why wouldn't you take a trip back? And then the whole thing with Katie, too, someone mentioned earlier while I was listening, why did she get picked up? What was going on there? Like, why did she have to get picked up? Why couldn't she just leave with who she came with?
And that also shows that you can get phone reception on the island. So no one would have wanted his phone.
Yeah.
Good point.
The people who were camping there overnight, I guarantee you have phone reception.
Yeah. Just so many variables. It's just insane. People know something, they're not being honest, and that's the thing. And it's the lack of concern. Technically, they are responsible. Like, I'm sorry, if I have a boat and I bring my friend somewhere that can't get back, it's not like we went downtown to a club or to a bar. We went across the water to a private island. I'm responsible for my passengers. I don't care how you put it. Like, no matter what, I'm responsible. So they are responsible regardless.
Which is why I would understand Wyatt lawyering up, because let's say this truly was an accident, the Wells family still has a civil claim against Wyatt's family.
Right.
But Warren's family lawyering up, Warren's family seeming to center themselves is problematic.
Yeah, because your son was just a passenger as well who happened to make it home safe. So why are you lawyering up? Like you have
no civil liability.
Yeah,
you have no civil liability. Why are you lawyering up?
Because is it possible, and not to cut you off, Shay, is it possible that Warren is over 21? Is he of legal age?
Our witness said it's possible. I don't think she was able to clarify, but she said it's possible.
For Warren, I like right before they made their socials private, I took screenshots of everything, and they all look like they graduated together.
So they're the same age. And nobody can confirm that Nolan did say, leave me behind. It's not like he took his phone. So, like, they can't prove that he said, oh, I want to stay. Nobody can prove that. Nobody can prove that he said, oh, leave me behind. Because then they could say, like, he's 18 years old, he made that decision. But you can't prove that because you had his cell phone. Why would he not take his cell phone? Like, he would take his, if he was going to stay behind, give me my belongings, give me my stuff. Like, I'm staying. But that's not the case. You had his phone, so it doesn't really show that he wanted to stay. Like, it's not plausible. I don't really believe that he wanted to stay because of this girl that he just met that he could see at any point on the mainland. Like, what?
She wasn't nothing to me.
Yes,
Here's another big boy.
yes. And also, I wanted to add, if he wanted to stay, why would he be screaming to give me my fucking phone? To me, that feels like he wants his phone to make another move. It feels like that. I can't prove it, but if I'm in a scenario where I'm screaming for my phone, I don't feel safe. The way he was screaming, he did not feel safe.
Yeah, even his dad said on the interview, like, I've always taught him if you go with a group, stay with a group, and he was like, yes, sir. So I don't know. Not saying that, like, you know, he listened to in that moment, but there's just so many things that could have happened. But it doesn't even seem like there's many things that could have happened. It's like you're out on the 4th of July, you're partying with your friends, you want to stay with your friends, you're not going to go off with a girl who, like someone said, doesn't have a boat to get him back, who got picked up. So why would you stay? And then why wouldn't you take your phone with you? And then even if you did stay, like, you would find your way back.
I feel like the fact we're going in circles about it is enough to say that we caught them in their lie.
Yes.
Because, like you
Yeah.
said, we've been
Exactly.
caught them in their lie. Like,
Yeah.
they just keep adding more to it. Like they said, he wanted to stay. We have his phone. Nolan's on the island. Give me my phone. Like, Nolan, they found his body in the water. We last saw Nolan on land. How can we find his body in the water when we last saw him on land? Not on a boat, on land. We saw on that video, he was on land. Then his body washed up 2 days later when his dad already checked that same spot.
Yes.
Come on now. Oh,
Yes.
y'all green. We not green. We wasn't born yesterday. Like,
And
no.
You know what other narrative?
It seems to me that they were using the phone to control Nolan. Like, maybe to force him back on the boat. Like, we have your phone, we have your things. You need to comply with whatever we're demanding of you.
Well, you know what they said, the narrative they're trying to put out as well that I've heard, and please agree if you've heard the same thing, is that once he would drink a lot, he'd get belligerent. Did anyone else hear that?
No, I haven't heard that one yet.
Where did you hear that?
Nolan or Warren?
Nolan.
But see, for me, when I hear that, it's like they are bringing out the angry black man. Like, it's already starting.
Just like they did with Tamala.
Question.
Like, I don't
Forget
think
one
he
of them
was
like to
drinking
use
a
the
lot.
N-word.
Like, literally on Monday starts some like training camp for all colleges, college football. I just don't, like, yes, they're young, they don't need like days to recover like I do now, but I just I don't think, I think, and he had a tryout for a Division I school the following Monday. So I just don't think he was drinking like that. Because they're gonna test you. They're gonna test when you do a Division I tryout. They're going to test your blood. They're going to do a urinalysis. They will know all substance, including alcohol, in your system.
And I want to add something else. His dad said it was his last hurrah. And I'm pretty sure Nolan's told his friends the same thing. And they were probably thinking, allegedly, it's now or never. It was his last hurrah. His dad kept saying that.
Okay,
That's
question.
why I made my comment. Could they been jealous?
Yes.
Did
His dad said he's
anybody
gonna be focused?
Definitely jealous.
did anybody watch the live today? with Ben
Yes.
Crump and who was the
I watched
lady
the
who
live.
was the lady in the pink?
That was
The
one of
Asian
the
lady?
attorneys. Yeah,
No, no,
that
no,
was
no, no, no. There was a parent in pink that was with all the journalists talking to the mom saying something I couldn't really hear.
She wasn't. She's an activist. She wasn't related
Now I know
to.
she's not related, but she's saying something happened like that with her child and
yes. It was a lady in the audience,
yeah,
and
Yeah,
she
I
I
didn't
said
see
she
that
kind of
was.
part.
remember.
Yeah, she said it was a cousin of hers that went with a friend and his mother, and they found the cousin dead in their backyard, and that the mother was locked up, and so, and that she was, going to stand with them and advocate for the family. But she said that they did not get justice. I mean, the mother was charged, but I don't think she was charged with like really serious time or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't even. I think I don't even think that case went to trial. To be
Right,
honest with you.
right.
because I felt like she was trying to drop a hint to the mama, like hint, hint, you need to go this route as well if you want some
Exactly.
answers.
So
Exactly.
I have a question also. Just do you guys believe that it was intent, like they intended to do something to him, or
Oh yes,
that
premeditated.
something happened and then they just were afraid to like say what
I'm more of something happened.
I think it
like
was a
that.
fight.
I
I think a
think,
fight ensued because they were drinking. Did,
So,
did, did,
yeah.
but do you think
did
that it was
any,
intentional that they would try to harm him,
I
or
don't
it just
think it was
happened?
I don't think
premeditated.
it was
I think it was
premeditated.
intentional. I think they
Right.
put something in his drink. If they didn't put something in his drink, I think they fought him. I
Right.
leave
I
nothing
do.
off the table with
Can I
them.
ask a
I
question,
do.
guys?
Hold on, just one second.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do because they took the phone. If it wasn't intentional, you wouldn't have taken his phone and his keys. It was
Yes, yes,
intentional.
it was very intentional.
Okay. I
Okay.
have a
Okay.
question, guys. Did anybody hear that this friend group, and I think I saw it in the comments, but I read it too in comments on like social media, that the friend group was known to do drugs?
Oh, don't
I
say the
heard
word.
that.
Don't say the word.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry, rugs.
Yes, yes,
Rugs.
yes,
To
yes.
yes.
do
I saw
rugs. I
somebody post
apologize.
about that.
One of the friends,
Yes.
his name Jesus, he went on live and said that this group of boys is known to do a certain substance.
Yes.
Everybody knows they do
Yup.
this certain substance. I don't
Yup.
know if it's the
Coca-Cola.
popular one.
Coca-Cola,
Yeah,
grass. Uh-huh.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
but he did say this group is known, and that's why I think maybe they put something in his drink because they were jealous of him and they knew that he was about to
Mm-hmm.
do tryouts and maybe he
Mm-hmm.
overdosed or like
Right.
my mind goes to every little
Right.
scenario that can happen because like I said, I leave nothing off the table. If that's your friend, you would never put him in harm's way. You would never
Right.
leave him. So at
No.
this point, y'all did this intentionally, and I look at you all as killers.
I
The
also
fact
want to
that
say
they
something too. The father, okay, when the mom and dad went to retrieve the items from two separate houses, did you hear the dad talk about how they were received? So Nolan spent the night with them. These were his high school friends. They went to this island before, but when they went to retrieve the items, the dad said they got into like they were acting clueless, like they were asleep, like they didn't know where things were, and then locked the door on them and called the police. I thought that was very odd.
That
Yes,
To act
was
as
for
if
somebody to be your
mm-hmm.
friend.
Right, and
yeah.
they're missing, and the friend's parents are at your house, and you're not like you should be beside yourself. You should be hysterical. You should want to help, and
You
they
should
didn't do
feel
any of
guilty.
that.
You should
so
feel
can
guilty.
like do y'all
That's why I
think
thought it was
because
weird when he came up and his hair was all, and he said he just woke up out of sleep. His hair
Yeah,
was
how
all
you
over his
sleep? How
head.
you sleep? How are you
How you
sleep?
sleep?
And your
Yeah.
friend is missing, or you're not sure if your friend made it home safely.
Y'all should be in there in a little huddle group,
Yeah,
going over every step y'all took,
right.
everything that happened, writing down notes. Even if y'all can't be at the parents' house because you have lawyers, y'all should be in there strategizing and doing everything you can to come
Mm-hmm.
up about why Nolan is missing. Not in their
Mm-hmm.
sleep, not in there giving the father a hard time.
Mm-hmm. They gave
That'll
that dad a hard time, and I said, you know what? And I felt like I probably would not. That wouldn't have went well for my family. Like that, I felt like, and I know the family might have been in shock and hysterical, but I'm just thinking of showing up to my kids because I have sons that are around their age, showing up to someone's house, looking for answers, looking for my kids' things, and meeting that kind of resistance. That is
oh, the
awful.
fact that the parents didn't ever come to the door. I
yeah.
think that's what we were talking
Oh,
about earlier.
Yeah.
How are
okay,
you allowing an adult at your door who is
right,
probably distraught? You can
destroy.
probably hear the distraught in their voice.
Mm-hmm.
and you're not coming to the door saying, "Hey, what's going on? You know, you want to come
Nothing.
in?" Nothing.
That
You're
was too busy.
hiding, and you're
And then,
allowing your teen children under the age of 21 children to
right.
handle this.
And
They
then
was too
lock the
busy
door.
cleaning
And
the.
then
They
lock
was
the
too
door in
busy
his face.
cleaning the boat. They couldn't. They
Right.
was busy.
Right. Did
Going
y'all hear
out,
they met for chicken the next day on
right?
Sunday? Did
Going
y'all hear
out to
about
eat.
that?
What?
Yeah,
Going out to
They went
eat.
out to dinner or went out for chicken to a local chicken
Yes.
place.
Oh,
Pissing me
we
off.
did mention that. I wanted to ask,
Okay.
do, with them having deleted both of his Snapchat accounts, do you think Nolan had some sort of picture or video of them that implicated them in some sort of way?
that's what I thought, actually. I thought maybe the friends were like, oh, maybe we should delete this because his mom shouldn't see this. I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
Maybe
I
he
mean, is
caught
it?
a picture of them partying. He had something on them
Yeah.
Yes.
that made
Or
them.
even something simple as, "Oh, I'm about to leave right now," and then they knew they needed to cover up their little story about him going with Katie. That I think it could be something as simple as that. I think they just wiped it clean because trying to leave no evidence, but they left a lot.
So then
Yeah.
I'm wondering too. Could he took? Could he have taken regular pictures and maybe something is in the cloud that we don't even know about?
Well, it's whether they know it or not. Snapchat, it goes to a cloud as well. Nothing is ever deleted.
Yeah.
Nothing like nothing is ever deleted. Snapchat is known to work with law enforcement agencies, so nothing's ever deleted.
Yeah.
That's true
Yeah.
because all those people that be posting they rugs on there and they get flagged, and then they work with the laws. I just want to say that.
The mom also said that she said she's seen him like when he's out having fun, he's always recording and there's videos. Like, why it's very suspicious that there's no video,
Like
no nothing.
he had two accounts. He's trying to up his social media following, his social media presence, because he's trying out for Division I school in football. When they are looking at NIL money, name, image, and likeness, they want to look at, like, what is your pull? Like, can you bring in a sponsor, and how many people will pay attention to the sponsor you bring in? Like, it's all a part of it. The dad said he was looking at football as a business now.
Now you say that points to jealousy, because why would you delete everything pertaining to football as well? That points to jealousy.
But it doesn't really say what exactly was deleted. She just said their stuff was deleted. But we don't know what it was. It could have just been that day of them going
No,
out.
she said everything was gone.
Everything
Everything was gone. Everything was gone.
I didn't realize
Yeah,
that. Okay, wow.
everything was gone.
On both accounts. On both accounts.
Oh yeah, that is
Probably
no.
had
That's
like
just
one for his family and close friends, and then he probably had another one to build his public image, and they were both wiped clean.
So the intent is looking very plausible at this point. Yeah.
You know what, y'all? They need to hire us because we done figured out everything.
Yep.
You know what? I really did think
Facts.
about getting in the car and heading to Mississippi and just walking in the sheriff's office and start giving orders, because I do not know why these kids are not in interrogation rooms right now. Since little Miss Judge Ashley Cole wants to interject herself, she needs to be in an interrogation room.
And that sheriff needs to be drug tested because his eye be twitching.
Hold on, Shayla. Somebody has bad feedback.
Let's see.
Okay. Go ahead, Shayla. I'm sorry.
I was just saying they would all, if it were me, if I were the Jackson County Sheriff Shay, they would all be in interrogation rooms right now. I would have gotten a subpoena for the boat. It would be going through forensics right now. Yeah, they would be, I would be on them until one of them cracked.
Yes,
Whoever the
Right.
biggest
100%.
one.
Right.
This is clarity.
What I didn't like was, I don't know. I'm having a hard time, and again, and I don't know if I don't know. I don't want to be judgmental. I don't know, because this is like a horrifying situation. But do you feel as though the parents are? What do you feel about their reaction? Like, they're not even saying, "I want the friends question." They're like not even speaking on the friends, like as
Well,
if they're a
I
non-factor.
I think
noticed
they're
that they're
very
not speaking on
polished.
friends.
I think that they're very polished, but polished in a way, meaning that these are people who have grown up and lived in Mississippi and have still managed to be successful as Black people. So they know how to navigate the YT people in Mississippi. And so that makes you polished in a way. You know, it makes you polished in a way.
I get it.
I
I'm
agree.
sure.
I love
I
how
get it.
the
And I'm a
mom,
northerner, so I cannot even relate to their stance. I'm just really having a hard time with them not even.
I'm telling you, for us
Oh,
people who live in the South,
right.
we
Yeah.
have think about it sort of as a northerner. I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
you have a corporate job. Maybe
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know
Yes.
how to navigate your
Right.
job,
We call
right?
it code switching. Yes.
yes.
Now,
I
now
love how
take
the
that
mom
code.
has
Now
taken
take
time.
code switching, and you have to not only apply it to your job, but the way you interact with your community. The
And
only
they
Right.
place
still
you
have two
can
young
let your
kids.
hair down is inside your house, with the door closed and around close friends and family. They
Right.
are polished in a way of them
Mm-hmm.
having grown up and been able to navigate
Right.
living in the South and still manage to be successful. And that's
Gotcha.
what I get from them.
Gotcha.
Right.
And
I
I
Also,
don't
it's a
like,
think
long.
that they're
This is
numb. I
this
think that
is a
they're
long
numb.
game.
I just want to say
Absolutely a
I
long
really
game.
like how the mom has taken time to give her news press. It's been what, 5, 6 days. I think that's really
Right.
important because most
Right.
other people you see, they normally just get on the news and they start spilling things. I think she has really taken her time and she
Right.
has sat with it for a little bit of time and said, okay, we're going to go here. I love how they seek Black counsel and attorneys. So that lets us know that they are not ruling out race, like they said, that they do know that that could possibly be a factor.
Okay.
I do like how they have. It was one more thing that I really, really loved about how they were handling this case. Um, it slipped my tongue just that fast, but I do love those two things. I really,
Okay.
really think that they are doing well with that.
Okay.
Yes,
This is
I want to say this too. I think possibly they may have took some pointers from Carmelo's case as far
Mm-hmm.
as what not to do. So I think that's helping
Okay.
too, unfortunately.
Right.
Thank
And
God.
I'm sure they've gotten some training on, from the lawyers on what you guys are speaking to. Like, just happen to navigate this a certain way to get the result that they need.
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean
clarity. I am Mrs. G. Are you from San Francisco?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm in Philadelphia.
Okay. Thank you.
It's because you're
I mean, I
415.
think
That's why.
Oh,
I think
that's my wedding anniversary.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I said, it's that 415. I thought so too.
I think the thing that has made Nolan and Carmelo's cases so popular is
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they are well-rounded and they come from well-rounded families. And it has almost made it easy for people to get behind them. They are the unintentional Rosa Parks
Right.
of us saying, "Hey, wait a minute, you're coming after us," and you're
Right.
Yeah.
if they had any sort of blemish, as Black people,
Right.
if there's anything in our past, if we are not polished correctly,
Right.
we don't present a polished
Right.
front correctly, people will not pay
Stand behind
attention
you.
or take us serious or get
Right.
behind us.
They will
So
not get
I
behind
think
you.
Yes, and I think that's why Tonae hasn't been getting as much coverage, but it doesn't matter. She deserves justice just like anyone else. No matter
Yes,
where
justice for
I think
Tonae.
about Tonae
yes,
all the time, and she
Yes.
does deserve coverage, and that's why I did write a Substack about her. Yes, she had
Can you
this
share
stuff.
her story? I'm not familiar with it.
Tonae
So
Miller.
Tonae Miller, is it
Oh.
okay, Janice, for us to switch to that topic?
yes,
Because I
yes,
know.
yes, of course. But just also, I linked her GoFundMe to the family. I don't have anything to do with it, but I did link it in my bio.
Well, just a brief summary. I haven't heard of the case.
So
Okay.
Tonae Miller was found dead on June 18th in Miami, Florida. She was found strange fruit in a park.
Yes, yes,
In a
and
Cuban area, in a known Cuban area. That's an important thing too, because I feel like they try to put it over on that side of town for that reason, to rule it as a
So
suicide.
wasn't
and so
aware that it was a Cuban area, but I started like researching her. Tonae she was a working woman. She had moved to Miami about a year before. She was a working woman. I found a previous police report of where she got arrested because she was at I think it's Casino Miami or Miami Casino, where one of the employees and she agreed to a certain act, and they agreed to a price, and they went to his car and they did the act.
Oh, that kind of working.
And she was.
And I just wanted to add, I'm sorry, Shayla. I just wanted to add to it really quickly how she was found. So I was able to get in contact with the close family friend. I can't give too many details, but she was found hanging not by a rope, but by a scarf. And all of her belongings, like her debit card, was next to her. So she definitely didn't do it. I also posted a video where she said a few months before all of this happened that she would never self-harm herself. So she definitely did not do this.
Yeah, so she was living in a shelter, but it was like I don't want to say shelter.
It was a hotel. I was
Like
able to
like a hotel. Like
Like an extended stay.
No. I mean, it's like a nicer like homeless shelter, but they give other resources. Like they give healthcare resources, mental health resources,
Like transitional housing?
Yeah.
No, I would say no. They told me she was unhoused, so they use the term hotel, so that's why I stick with it.
Okay, I'm going by what was on the police report.
Okay. And I'm going by family, so either way, y'all.
What was listed on the police report is that it was a homeless shelter, but like a nice, like the organization is a really nice organization. I can't think of their name right now, but it was a really nice organization. So there's this act that happens between her and this guy in his car at Hotel Miami. This is a year and a half before she is found has strange fruit in Gwen Cherry Park. Like she gets arrested because he keeps her phone. Like it's a debacle, right? She ends up breaking his windows. He's not paying her what he owes her. So she gets arrested. You don't hear anything else about her. Like I have pulled every report I can think of. You hear nothing else about Tonae. She has kept a quiet existence except for on social media. She had a social media presence.
Yes, and I just wanted to answer Jay. She said something about the family. Where was it? I just answered it. But anyway, I just wanted to say that she chose to live there by choice. She was trying to find herself, and this is what the family is saying. So, of course, she could come back home if she wanted to. That's what I was told. So I want to make it the family.
I never thought like her when you see her sister crying for her. she's loved. Like, it wasn't like she was abandoned or anything or kicked out. It was like she was moving to Miami because they were living in Lansing, Michigan, and Miami was like a bigger pond, so to speak. And she was literally doing what she needed to do to be self-sufficient. Um, she was using what she had to be self-sufficient, as self-sufficient as she could be. So they find her June 18th in Gwen Cherry Park. She's strange fruit. The sheriff, the Miami-Dade County sheriff, automatically rules it a suicide.
Oh yeah, don't say it.
An unaliving,
Yeah.
a self-unaliving. I'm sorry, I had to catch myself.
Yeah, it's all right.
A self-unaliving, which means that all of the access case, like we can't get a police report from that day, we can't get the medical examiner report from that day, we can get no information. The only information I can find is this police report from a year and a half earlier, and Casino Miami happens to be about 3.5 miles away from the park that she was found in. About 15 minutes to 3.5 miles. And the park is a well-known place that working women hang out at. That's a well-known working woman area. So my thing is if you have this information about this incident where she broke out a window of a John, why don't you go back to the casino and ask him, like, where was he? Like, why are we just automatically closing this off? Because in order to make it, it would be impossible for her to make herself strange fruit. It
Yeah.
just is.
And I want to answer Jay's question. She said, "Was there any DNA?" No, there was nothing inside, and there was no evidence of SA at all.
She was,
and she had no bruises either. Too. I wanted to add that.
right, and from all apparent, she took safety precautions from what it appeared. Like, she may not have done any acts that night that she was found strange fruit, but I believe that she was interacting with this shelter that she was, because they provided medical care. She would have been able to take care of herself, like medically. They would have helped her with that. So it seemed like she took care of herself in that way. But it just seems strange to me that a year and a half later, after you've broken out a John's window, you end up found has strange fruit 3.5 miles from the location where he works. And I know from the police report, he worked the evening shift, because it said in the police report, like, after they finished their act, he was going back inside to finish his shift, and she was arrested around 5:30 p.m.
Okay. And Shayla, I don't mean to cut you off, y'all. We've been on here for almost 2 hours. I have to go take care of my kids, but I do want to give you guys time to follow up. Before we do that, B, I see you. I will check my DM. If you are new here, guys, we come here every Monday through Friday from 4:30 Central Standard Time to about 7. If you guys can see, we have great conversations. So if you want to follow and join our conversations, we definitely would appreciate it. But I want to say this before we leave. I just hope when it comes to Nolan that this is a learning lesson. It definitely sucks that it happened, but I hope everyone is learning that we need to start telling people where we are, who we are with, and just be as safe as possible. I know some things can be prevented, but I definitely want us to start thinking and being mindful of everything. But I want to give everybody a chance, to give their closing remarks for tonight, and then we'll see you guys Monday. So, Breezy, do you want to go first? Breezy may not can talk.
I'll go if we're going in that order. First of all,
Okay,
Janice, I
go
want to
ahead.
say thank you so much, Janice, for like holding space and just bringing awareness and being such a gracious host. I
Oh,
think
thank you.
you are doing a great job, so thank you for your platform.
Thank you.
Also, everybody else on this panel, you guys are very well educated and reasonable, and I feel like very smart individuals. So thanks for just like sharing time and energy and space with everyone. So that's cool. I was also kind of going back through the things here, and it just brings a little bit more suspicion. The fact that when they were partying that night of, and they went to eat the next day, it almost seems as they were like trying to pretend as if everything was normal, and it just doesn't fit the character. If your good friend is missing, like, why are you still like, why aren't you like following up? Why are you going to eat? It's almost like it's like scripted, like we're instructed to like pretend as if everything's normal, like go to eat, let's party, let's do like, it just actually kind of like raised another thing in my head, in which I never thought of before. But we will be getting information from the autopsy, so looking forward to that. I don't want to take up too much time, but I want to say thanks again for allowing me to put my input in, and yeah, we'll be following this, and I hope everyone stays safe.
Yes, we'll see you Monday. What about sending myself? Do you have anything you want to close on?
Hi, yes, thank you. This was my first time being here. I enjoyed the conversation with everyone. Thank you for allowing me to come up and have this space, as just walked in and said, for us to come. And also, I do want to say that if you are Black on this panel, I think it's very important that you leave some documentation on your phone, whether you're a man or a woman, stating that, just like Tonae Miller did, that you would never do those things to yourself, and update it yearly. That's what I do. So my family can have it, and I have it on my computer as well. So they can have some kind of documentation proof that I left this earth here, saying that that would never happen to me, because you just never know who it might be. And let's all just continue to fight for justice for Nolan Wells.
Okay, and Kimberly, thank you for that, sending myself. Kimberly, can you hear me? Is it my internet again? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay,
We can hear
okay.
you.
Go ahead, Kimberly.
Kimberly
Maybe
is still on mute.
she's muted still.
I'll go because I wanted to tell you I got an update with Derek, and the only thing is that they I keep seeing allegedly is that Quan was moving his unalive body from car to car, going back and forth to Atlanta to North Carolina.
Oh
I
no.
don't know how true that is, but that's what I've been seeing on the update lately.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for the update, Miss Pretty. Clarity, I'll let you go.
Hi, everybody. I am Clarity McCulliburn. I am 51 and I'm from Oakland, California. And what I bring to this panel is on behalf of Nolan. This case may or may not be tried in a court of law. So while we have Ms. Shea as our sheriff, I would be representing or my perspective is looking at things from a legal perspective. If we were a jury of different people from different places, colors, ages, how could we poke holes in the evidence and what people may try to twist and flip about this case? And we can leave race out of it just on the facts. I think we all have done a great job with, like I said, just poking holes in any, and I'm being nervous, excuse me, any storyline plot that could come up. So if you're in the comments and you disagree with anything, again, it's just us looking at things from a different angle. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here.
Yes, you are welcome. And in the chat, you guys have been so respectful, and that's the vibe that we really go for. So I appreciate you guys in the chat. We got up to 76 people, I believe. So we are growing. So definitely stick with us. So I am Mrs. G. I'm gonna let you go.
Hi again. Thank you so much for having me. This is my first time actually even joining a live and talking on one. So I appreciate you for allowing me to join in. I work in education, but my background is in criminal justice. So this speaks to a lot of my passion, speaks to, how we want to be in community. And like, I've been seeing this sentiment that all of our children, should be able to grow old. And so I just thank you for allowing me to be here, allowing, us, we were all respectful of each other, looking at different perspectives, looking at different angles of the case. And I'm going to try and rejoin again. I'm not sure if I can come every day at the times that you guys meet, but I will try my best to get here and listen and be a part of your platform. And I really appreciate all of you.
Thank you. And we appreciate you. And Miss Shayla, last but not least.
Hi, thank you, Janice. Thank you, everyone, for just listening to me workshop like all of the thoughts and theories that are usually floating through my head when I am listening to this stuff. This has been the perfect outlet for me. I have loved hearing everyone else's thoughts and opinions. And let us continue to focus on, to be our own community police, are pushing these issues to the forefront, because Ben Crump learned about Nolan's case because it popped off on social media. And so we need to keep elevating the things that concern us to the forefront so that we can get the justice that we deserve. And thank y'all all for just the conversation.
Yes. Well, I wanted to add to that too. When I first started this page, I really didn't think anybody would care, because I consider myself a criminal justice nerd like Mrs. G. Like, I love everything. So I appreciate you guys for allowing me to release everything that I've been feeling, and also just being so sweet and nice. When I tell you, I have never had a community like this or been in a community like this. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Also, we got 20,000 likes today, so we did amazing. And I just can't thank you guys enough. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I will see you guys Monday at 4:30. Hopefully we get the autopsy by then. If not, we have plenty of things to discuss. But I will see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend, y'all.
You too.
You did the same. Bye, guys.
See you on Monday. Come
Bye,
back.
Monday.
See you all later.